wish Tinashe a good day. And yes, as she said earlier, she will be connected to Victoria Msipa, who actually celebrated her birthday this very morning of the 3rd of December 2019. And yes, joined by the chairman of the 1873 network at the moment. And as we await for Victoria to actually join the conversation, maybe Mr. Mawere, all right, yes, let's quickly add Victoria, then we can be able to also have a conversation with others. Vicky, wonderful morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us on 1873 FM this morning.
Hi, how are you?
Well, I'm very much excited to have you on the other end of the line, and it's a beautiful morning, I must say. You are making the 1873 FM much more brighter by showing up your face.
Thanks.
Yeah, for the benefit of our viewers, for the benefit of our listeners, maybe we could kick off by you briefly. Talk to us. Who is a Victoria Msipa? And more importantly, I understand that you are a managing director of a company that you have established that is centered more on the health space. Just share with us who Victoria Msipa is, for starters.
All right, thank you for the platform. My name is Victoria Msipa, as you have mentioned. Uh, sure, I don't know where to start. Okay, but I have started my own company last year in October and started doing business from Jan. So occupational health is my passion. The company is called Magnified Occupational Health. We do medicals for employees in companies, so different industries basically, checking if the employees are fit for duty. And yeah, so that's what we do mostly. So we do this nationally in South Africa, and we're trying to also cross borders, and provide our services there.
Oh, that is very fascinating and interesting that between last year and this year, you have actually managed to establish a company that seeks to solve a problem, that seeks to bridge a gap that is within the market, particularly when you look at occupational health. So, Vicky, we are actually connected via Facebook, and I think the one time that we actually got in touch was when you had followed a particular conversation that I had had on the 1873 FM radio with the one individual who is actually in the agricultural space. And rarely, as individuals, do we actually reach out to one another. Yet we are connected on these platforms like Facebook, like LinkedIn, and yet in being able to know one another, so we can actually get to know what you do, what I do, and in doing so, be able to do so much together when our minds meet on what we find to have a common or a shared interest in. And today happens to be your special day. You happen to be celebrating your birthday, which is basically an icebreaker, which resulted in me reaching out to you last night so that we could be able to get to know you better and more importantly build these communities where we can be able to exchange ideas, where we can be able to share personal
But,
experiences.
but
From the
maybe
conversation
Tinashe,
that we had last night, when it comes to the birthday project that as the 1873 as a member of the 1873 network, I am very much involved in. What is it that you can be able to share with our
maybe
listeners?
Tinashe,
Yes,
maybe
Vicky.
Tinashe. Yeah, maybe just to get Victoria, as you were saying, how did she, just to share the story, how she got to know of you or the radio? Was it your first time? Just to tell the story, just that story.
Okay, all right, I hear what you're requesting. So basically, how I know Tinashe was through Facebook. There was an event that I was partaking in. One of the friends that I was helping, it was a high tea event. So we used to, send adverts on Facebook until Tinashe inboxed me proposing. I think there was some campaign that was happening on your radio station. So he sent me messages, but because I was always busy, either on the road, I told him that thank you for the information. I'll get back to you because he wanted to give me a call. And that never happened, but I've always kept his details. And then till yesterday that he sent me a message to say, can we interview you live on radio and wish you a happy birthday? Yeah, so that's how I know him
So,
basically, social media.
do you see something wrong with that? Imagine a dog invites you to bark. Would you bark?
Mm-hmm. It all depends, right? Yeah. If that's the
No,
language that you have to speak barking, then I'll bark.
no. I'm saying is, do you find life is much easier that people follow you without you knowing?
I guess so, because I guess that's how we get to network and get exposure out there, and enrich people's lives. So yeah,
No. Do you live life to make others happy?
I live life to be happy, and if I can make others happy, yes.
No, no. That's their problem. Because what you may wish for them is not what they wish for themselves. Have you noticed that in life that sometimes we think we actually know what life is and that we can teach other people to live it, but we are living in real sense without even knowing what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, true. That makes
So
sense.
when we look at life, there are many people who don't know how to get ahead quicker than others. Some people think you have to be connected, you have to be married to it, you have to inherit it, you have to, whatever it is. But they don't know that the person you are waiting for is yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So this morning, just to tell you a story, somebody is watching this show, and you know what they said about this show. Can I share with you?
Please.
All right. So this guy is called Matigari, and he
Okay.
we shared this. So this was a conversation with him, and he says of me. Do you see on the screen?
Yes. Let's see.
Yeah, it's called M. Matigari. Log on to Twitter. I
Oh, okay.
noticed that, which is me,
Mm-hmm.
is they're running live programs. So he says each time he logs
Yes.
onto Twitter, he notices me, not himself. But as far as I can tell, he understands what the brother is always trying to say. Nobody understands. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Then this one, Tino from Teles, says, Mutuma lives in his own world, let him be. Then the other one says, I thought it was just me. Then the other one is on. Haikona kudaro umwe wako shauri munhu wokuziva naye. Don't do this to your fellow mate. Then I still don't understand what you are trying to say, brother man. Try short and sharp sentences. That's what he's telling me. Then I tell him where to take off. Okay, comrade Mawel, now I'm a comrade. All is well that ends well. Let me change my earlier position and say everybody understands you, everyone. Then someone says, yeah. Honestly, you always make your discussions very complex. Check your interactions with people, seek clarifications on most of your contributions. That's somebody. Magambo Jawara Kai, the English is not for conversation. Then he says, how do you want to be referred to as? Then I say, just use what? Just use my name. Don't call me comrade, because I was asking him, why are you calling me comrade? Don't you speak so that people you? Isn't communication about being heard and understood? Can you see the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are people who follow me without me knowing that they are following me. So when I'm communicating, I'm just communicating what I think I understand, what I'm trying to communicate. But I can't force people to understand me. Do you see the problem?
Okay.
Yeah, somebody is communicating with me. All of a sudden, he's now trying to force me to understand him. Thanks for making my life of interest to you. It is not easy in life to cause a dog to bark every time one is on a live show. You seem to think that you are the address of universal opinion of what I may choose to share. How do you pretend to compound opinions in your small head? Imagine somebody's got a small head and he thinks the world must fit in his head. He is already speaking about you that you will never understand what I'm saying. Then is this a secret? Imagine you're a rational person with common sense gifted to you for free. Would you even worry about a person you have declared to have no interest in? The social media space is pregnant with content and names, yet my name and what I may choose to do becomes your business. It so happens that when life is reduced to some puppetry, all one can say is that I'm not the only one. Please be yourself so that Matigare can understand that peeping tongues cannot be a good standard of how life should be lived. You have your own, you have ears and eyes for a real purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following.
So if you were to say, this is what I've learned out of this conversation, what would that be?
I really don't know how to respond to that.
No, just about life. That's what we created radio for. To try to understand and share. I just shared with you my own conversation with somebody. Yeah. All I'm asking you is, from what I've shared with you, what, if any, do you think is worth sharing with others?
I believe as a person, you should be able to express yourself no matter what another person says. That's what I believe in. Even if a person is negative to your comment or your post or whatever the case is, surely it shouldn't be something that you worry and bother about. So if your message has to get to certain people, it will get to the rightful people. Criticism will always be there. Negativity will always be there.
One message is that do what you think pleases you. As long as you don't force others to see the world the way you see it. Would that be
Yeah,
correct?
that's true. Yeah.
That when you come on radio, just share what you want to share. As raw as it might. Don't expect everyone else to understand you. Don't share with a view to being understood. A view just to sharing what you want in the best way you can for yourself. Because it's a record of what you have said. So 1,000 years from now, people will still refer to that as your words. Not those words. So
I follow.
That we sometimes it's easy just to defer to others, to try to please others, to try to do something without you sharing what you are sharing. If I had written nothing, you would think I'm a genius. But because I've chosen to write something that he doesn't understand, he's now trying to recruit others on social media. I never mentioned his name in
But
any
that's
of
social media for you, right?
No, it's human beings. Really, I'm not talking about social, I'm talking about a human being who is using social media to start getting into other things.
Okay.
He can share what he's thinking, but he has to comment about what I'm thinking. Wouldn't you just share what you are thinking rather than what somebody else is thinking? So when we say banking on Africa's future, do you understand what we're trying to say?
I think we've lost Vicky there.
Oh, no, that's okay. So when we talk of banking on Africa's future, what are we trying to say? Because let's accept that not everybody understands what another person may understand.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Yes, I would like to answer that. My understanding so far of banking on Africa is on what can I actually do to develop Africa? How are my actions directly or indirectly affecting Africa? And I feel that whatever that I do from now on, 50 years down the line, might actually have either developed Africa or kept it where it is now. And I think the importance of banking on Africa is so that it actually grows through my actions. Through my actions, it's like planting a seed, and when that seed is planted, it grows, right, like a tree. And I think that my actions have a very direct impact on Africa's development as an individual.
Okay. So when you're saying you may also take a lesson from what other people, because we have a conversation on Twitter, it is a conversation between people. So when you have a conversation, sometimes you're not understood, other times you're understood. But you can accept that you don't have to be understood all the time. And the future relies on you just communicating what is on your mind. You never know, somebody may be inspired to think differently. So you may find that Tinashe, who was your guest?
Victoria Msipa.
Victoria may have found the content what she was not expecting. and maybe she may actually not have understood what is being said.
Yes.
So that is what life is. So when you talk about radio, as long as you drill on it and you focus on what you're doing, some people may understand, some people may not understand. But you just keep going and you arrive where you want to go to if you just keep on what you are trying to say. So those people who want to be on radio to share, not arguments, but to share experiences. Do you agree that what I shared with you is a real life experience?
Yes, I do. I think in some way whatever I say on radio or whatever is on my mind and I speak it out, it's usually related to something that has happened before, something that's happening currently. And so I think everything that I say is always related to a real life experience.
No, but some people you may find that is not related to their life experiences. That some people would like to attack you rather than talk about themselves.
Yes. Yes, that is so true.
So you wake up in the morning to follow somebody, whatever he says, you want to add salt to it.
Yes, I
Do you
can
find
twist the
that
words.
common? That people become experts at just jumping into other people's wagons.
Spoke earlier on cancel culture on social media, where if I spoke about something that is personal to me and someone does not agree, then they feel that they have the right to attack and silence me. And I think that can really hinder my ability to actually say whatever that I want to actually say, something that is authentic to what I want to say.
That's right. So instead of sharing, we then end up with arguments.
Yes. Okay, that takes my time and yours to exactly 8:30 Central African time. Let's quickly go on a short break and we'll be back shortly. Keep it locked on your channel of choice and feel free to also just share your experiences, share your insights, and just to share your story as an individual out there on this platform of yours. This is your platform for this open, for this frank, for this honest conversations that we really have on public squares, because life in itself is not so private. It's something that is open, and it is when we get to have these conversations that we deem to be difficult, that we deem to not that they ought not to be on public forums, that we are better equipped in other subjects. On that note, songs of the 1873 United Artists, and this song goes out to each and every individual out there who happens to be celebrating their birthday today. A very beautiful message to them all, and many happy returns to celebrating their birthday.
Life is one beautiful thing, and together we create this one colorful rainbow. As members of the 1873 network, we believe that what unites us is not our differences, but our common humanity. Each day is a day to celebrate life, so use your birthday to build bridges. We are bridge builders, building brick by brick. Each day, each person at a time, we shall overcome and secure the future we want. Each day is a day to celebrate life, and birthday is a reminder of proof of life. Use the day to connect, equip, and inspire. Each day is a day to celebrate life, and birthday is a reminder of proof of life. Use the day to connect, equip, and inspire.
a city, and the difference is, what will life be like? Imagine life without a choice. Spare some time, yeah. When time is measured, life true purpose can be self-evident. Life without human interaction is dead, oh yeah. Life impacts on others. Hence when it is your birthday time, we wish you many happy returns.